is going to be our first showcasing of Dragon Tales. Make sure you guys smash the link, grab that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. So we're going to be deep diving into Dragon Tales for you today. Now, I wanted to showcase this because this is the first time I have seen Dragon Tales actually, performing out here for the Zodiac Monthly. So this kind of gave me a nice little opportunity just to kind of see, hey, what can we actually do with this deck? So you do see we did open up the Rahu Dragon Tail. You also got Dragon Maid Hospitality and the Dragon Maid Changeover, along with Tidying and Fulawas, which is not typically a bad scenario out here. So we are getting Centurion here, so you'll see Stand Up being added to hand here. Deploying the best card that Centurion has, the go ahead and get my search, and then load on up here. So we'll discard the Veiler, grab this. We will deploy up the Centurion Primera. Go ahead and Primera rotate on in to the Trudea. So this is going to be your standard combo that you're pretty used to seeing out here. So you're going to see this go ahead and being dropped here. And then we're actually going to chain the Fulawars there to the summon of that, just to kind of remind the opponent. Then you're going to see your opponent resolving the tack talents here, which is a little bit disappointing because now they have absolute hand knowledge of us. And they know that we're just on a Tidying, and all of this. So, it's fine. We'll get a draw one into a mystery card here, but unless our opponent is going to pass. All right. And we drew into Tidying. Okay. Hospitality, Changeover, and Tidying. This actually really stinks, man. Being forced on a double Tidying, I understand why you're choosing to play this, but with, only one starter in sight here. Not exactly the best. Yeah, we're hitting that concede button. I don't really blame them, honestly. That was one of those hands that you just look at and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? You're just put into that awkward position. So, you could try to do something, but it's not going to put you into a very good position here. So game 2. So now you actually get to see down here, we actually have the Magistus package built into this deck, which I think is kind of cool, actually. But across stable here, you do see Dimensional Barrier, the Feminia. We've also got Chamber, the Lucius, and we also have the Ketu Dragon Tail. So we're going to go ahead. Let's see what's going to happen here. So we're going to go ahead. We're actually going to straight off start with Ketu, which lets you add a Dragon Tail monster from deck to your hand, and then if your opponent controls a fusion summon monster or spell, you can fusion summon, basically, so we can get set up here. So we're actually going to grab the Dragon Tail Pan here. So this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a fusion summon. We can set a Dragon Tail Spiral Trap card from your deck, and then destroy one card on the field. Okay, that's what I care about here. So we're actually going to go ahead and hard deploy the Chamber here, which is going to get met with the swiftest Veiler that you've ever seen, which is fine. It's not an immediate painful cutoff point, but we can play this game. We're going to go ahead and discard Feminia here, which is going to allow us to fusion summon. Also, keep in mind, that's a quick effect, by the way, which is really interesting. We actually should have, this is a quick effect, during the main phase, quick effect, using monsters. So actually, we should have pitched that on the chain there, and I actually did the fusion summon, so which we did. All right, cool. We are correct about that. So chaining that is actually pretty good. So we do get the Hospitality here, making the Veiler fizzle. And now we'll go ahead and stack up our new chains. Feminia coming on back here, and we are actually going to get Flame rolled on up here, which is really good. You're going to see the Hospitality deploy here. Go ahead and get the mill here. So, hey, Dragon Maid into the Chamber, into the mill, on in to the Ladies Dragon Maid. So you know how good this card is. That basically, during your opponent's standby phase, we're going to get a fusion summon, which is really good. But you do see, we are going to go ahead and get the Parlor special summon off of this. Get the Changeover dropped here, so we can activate this, bounce this on back, and get this Parlor back into our hand. And then we're going to go ahead and set. There could have been an argument you could have went a little bit further, but you want to hold the Feminia going into the opponent's turn to kind of set up and do some value here. So we are going to hit the standby phase here, attempt to fusion summon. They're going to chain the Fua here. We can go ahead and tuck back these two, and we are going to make the Shio. And our opponent draws the best brick in the whole wide world, the Nibiru. And then Shio will special. Go ahead and mill off that, and we're hitting that concede button. that was a good field. I was pretty involved with that one, man. That was you had me committed there, actually. So good stuff. All right, game 3, the fabled challenger here. I see Holy Ash, Holy Nib, Holy Trudea, and across the table. I don't see hand traps. That's not good. All right, well, go ahead and deploy the Trudea. Kick up, Primera time. Go ahead, rotate on up, grabbing the stand up so we can make those big plays during the opponent's turn. You are going to see that we do have Wake Up here to generate our token. Oh man, we are off to the races. There's Primus, grabbing the Emblem of Oath. Go ahead and bring up Gargoyle, Special Gargoyle. We're going to rotate on in to the Legatia now. So we've got Legatia up and running. That's not good. Go ahead and, hey look, free value. Go ahead and get our free draw. Go ahead and stand up Centurion. Go ahead and pitch that. Go ahead and bring up, oh boy, it's Autry. You know the extensions are going to keep rolling here as this deck goes. All right, we'll go ahead and get a draw into the Imperm. All right, so go ahead and bring these up. Revive, Synchro, and we're going to make the Crimson Dragon on in to the Blazar. Well, nice Fua top deck. Holy crap. That's a sad day, man. But let's see if we can do anything here. So we're going to activate the Fua. Okay, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and Ketu Dragon Tail here, which is not bad. We'll go ahead and grab Ugrula. Alright, we'll go ahead and resolve our fusion summon here. So we're going to make Altharion here. So we'll go ahead and stack up our chains. We're going to go ahead and imperm that, which is fine. We'll go ahead and we're going to set the Dragon Tail Horn here. Turn one attack as a monster, return it to the hand deck, and then place one Dragon Tail from your graveyard or banishment on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So we got some, just to make sure. Okay. So they're going to go ahead and look, it's Primus. Sure. We're going to attempt to Hospitality here, which gets met with the Ash Blossom and Unfair Snow. And then we're going to attempt to Rahu Dragon Tail and get cut off. But it's okay. We're going to bring out Lucius here. On normal special, we can add a Dragon Tail monster from our deck to our hand. So we're going to grab the Faminia here. Okay, we're going to go ahead. Oh, hi SP. Okay. I mean, that takes care of things, but unfortunately our opponent has so much momentum here that, like, you're not gonna beat this, unfortunately. Everything goes to attack mode. We swing on over just to take care of everything. Cosmic Blazar, being the amazing card that it is here, is doing its job, putting us at 400 life. And then, of course, the kickback. There's the Gargoyle. Go ahead and Synchro jump into the Legatia, just to stack up all of the extra madness here. Oh, we're going to get to see Spoon here. All right, here comes Crowley. All right, I guess we actually get to deploy Crowley for once. Spoon, Artemis on up. Go ahead and grab Spoon here. And then we're going to go ahead and make Crimson Dragon kick off into another Blazer. Oh, that's so good. Well, I brought you guys here for this Dragon Tail list, so let's pass on over to that deck list. So Dragon Tails, what in the world is going on with this list? So you are doing your standard hand traps. I mean, you got the Ashes, you got the Fuas, and you have the Imperms. You're also choosing to play the Tack Talents in here, which I feel like is pretty normal at this point as well. Now for your Dragon Tail package, we are doing the triple Faminia, which is pretty normal. We're also going with triple Lucius. Both the main deck monsters are pretty good. And then, of course, you have one Tailpan and one copy of Urgula. I don't really want to try out too many of these. I understand that they are good when they do come up. And then, of course, our Dragon Maid stuff as well. One Lepore, your triple Stern, triple Chamber, and then, of course, the Parlor as well. And then, of course, you know, we're doing the Changeover and the Hospitalities. You're also doing 3 Ketu and 1 Arahu on the Dragon Tail spells, with one of each of the Tail Flame and the Horn. And then, of course, we're doing some Tidings in here. As you kind of saw, the Tidings ended up being some bricks, actually. It was a little bit disappointing to see. With your Imperms Rector deck, going to be some pretty standard stuff down here. I do see, you know, we're doing 2 Ladies Dragon Maid, which is fine with the 2 house, but only 1 copy of Shio. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. Shio is usually one that I feel like you want to beam as a 2 of, but just making house is a little bit easier. I also see we are doing 2 Gramel and 2 copies of Altharion, just to kind of get you some places. And then, of course, your side deck, 3 Lancia, the triple Meows, the triple Perulia, triple Thrust, and, of course, triple Dimensional Barrier here. I feel like you've got all of your options kind of present in a list like this, and that's not exactly a bad thing. But for very early testing, I think that this list is interesting. It gives you a place to kind of start, and I honestly hope you guys, give this some consideration. So please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.